Off to the ball game, Paul Shidman rounds up his children for their weekly Little League game in the local park. When politicians talk about Israeli settlers on the West Bank, they don't normally picture people like Paul. He works in high-tech and lives in Gush Etzion, an area of comfortable middle-class suburbs, a half-hour commute from his work in Jerusalem. It was here in the Judean hills around Bethlehem and Hebron that Judaism began 3,000 years ago. Paul Shidman says that most of the Israelis who return to live here are perfectly normal.
We're basically akin to suburbanites. We're just south of Jerusalem. This is an area that was actually owned by Jews before 1948. So we don't look at ourselves as settlers. A small town is often a lot better for raising kids. You know everybody here. The schools, we think, are a lot better than they are in the big cities.
The image of settlers living in a caravan on a windswept hilltop couldn't be further from the reality of Eve Harrow's beautiful home overlooking the Judean landscape.
We are not obstacles to peace. If I left here, it wouldn't lead to peace. We are actually symbols of peace. Say there's going to be a Palestinian state, and Jews can stay as a minority. That's a sign of coexistence and peace. 20% of Israelis are Arabs. Nobody's saying they should leave.
This week, the local mayor invited former President Jimmy Carter to visit Gush Etzion and meet the settlers for himself. Carter, who had never been to a settlement before and always denounced them as illegal, emerged from the meeting saying he had learned a new perspective.
This particular settlement area is not one that I envision ever being abandoned or changed over into Palestinian territory.
Israeli settlers know they have a bad image abroad, but most of them say they just want to live normal lives. Benny Raz moved to Karnei Shomron near Nablus in 1992 because of financial incentives offered by the Israeli government. He says there are thousands like him who would leave tomorrow if they get compensation.
70 or 80% of the people in Judea and Samaria didn't come here because of ideology. If I'm going to be evacuated from here and that'll help bring peace, why not? I'll take the money and go and build a house inside our own land of Israel. There are 150,000 people here who want to leave tomorrow.
The future of this area hangs in the balance, but the people who live here don't expect a decision anytime soon. This is Felice Friedson reporting for the Media Line from Jerusalem.